a question by a student. He or she is studying aeronautical engineering. So, can they do any masters related to that at NSYSU?
Professor Wang or Professor Jen, would you like to answer that?
Hold on a second. I don't hear it quite right. Okay, say that again.
Yes,
Professor
sorry.
Wang,
I have a
you're not
problem.
paying attention.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If a student has done aeronautical engineering, they are doing their bachelor's in aeronautical engineering, can they find a master's for it in NSYSU?
Oh, chairman first.
Still don't quite. If you hold the engineering degree, but it's not in electrical engineering, you still can apply for that. When then we will have a meeting with our professors to decide it is better for you to study the master degree or not.
Yeah. So what 那个是哪一个 what degree is that actually?
Yeah.
From the aerospace, is it?
Yes,
Aerospace?
aeronautical. Yes, aeronautical engineering.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you still can apply for the for the master degree program.
So actually, I think so. What happened is that in Taiwan, if you want to study the master degree, if you say right now, a lot of subject actually you need the the multidiscipline subject will be there. So if you are studied in aero something and then it's too long, the word is too long for me to even remember. Actually, you can still apply for electrical engineer and see whether the professor want to take you. And what you need to have is that you need to have your GPA. You need to make sure that if you can, good GPA actually is always required. And then you need to have your English proficiency certificate. That will enhance your chance to get admission. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Yes. The next question is, can gold be used in IC chips?
Professor Wang?
What is that? Say that again.
Can you use gold in IC chips?
Well, of course you can, but it's too expensive. It's not a cost-effective solution. Okay, usually we use the least expensive stuff like alumina or copper. Okay, of course, gold can be used, but no one is going to do that. Otherwise, your product will not be very competitive on the market. Okay.
Okay, so the answer is yes. If you have a lot of gold with you at home, yes. Okay.
Thank you. Next question. A student wants to apply for PhD position, but wants to do research in oceanography. Will he get admission, and are there any Indian students in the oceanography lab in NSYSU?
Yes, we do. We do have oceanography lab, but it's out of my scope. Okay, we do have a College of Marine Sciences. Okay, and we have a Department of Oceanography. So why don't you tell that boy or that girl go to the webpage of our College of Marine Sciences, and then check with admission applications procedure, which is open on the website of Office of International Affairs. Okay, and they will appreciate that this young lady or this young gentleman coming to apply for it. And we have a very strong oceanography department. Okay, even though it's not in my scope. Okay, hopefully I answer your question.
So the answer is yes, and actually because their school is just really next to the ocean. Okay, so you can apply for it, and then make sure that if you ask whether they have the Indian, even they have the Indian, you apply. Even they don't have the Indian, you will be the first Indian. It will be good for you. Yes, yeah. Okay. So don't worry about it. Yes, go to the website. And the answer is yes. They do have the subject you want to study. Okay, next.
Yes, thank you. Next question is, are there any researches, advanced research or latest research going under regarding UAV with artificial intelligence, unmanned aerial vehicles with artificial intelligence?
I think I answered that already. Because one of the students used typing to ask a question, AI on agricultural, okay, or the usage the drone of this kind of unmanned autonomous vehicle. Yes, we do have this kind of research, but it's not in my scope. But however, I have a student, okay, who has graduated from a lab with a PhD degree. He is working as a professor in different school, and that student was very smart. Okay, Professor Pomi Lee. Okay, he is working the system design of a manned autonomous vehicle for agricultural usage. Okay, that's all I know. If you are interested, I can leave the information to Ms. Chen and her staff that you can try to contact him.
Okay. I think the AI thing actually right now in the you will find many professors in NSYSU. They are doing this research. Go to do this research. Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Dr. Reddy, a student has a question for you. What are the latest research topics in your lab in catalysis?
Right now, we are not focusing on mainly on catalysis. Just without metal-free, we are focusing on metal-free reaction mainly. On sustainability via visible light. We have also some other catalysts to perform the reaction. If you are willing, you can contact further either our department assistant or any professor, whatever you like. Especially in our department. In department also we have some experts in catalysis. We are also currently doing some catalysis reaction. You can also, but not related to 100% to catalysis. But we can also use catalysis in our laboratory.
So let me add several things here. So catalysis in this field already run probably for I think 20 years. Now gradually move to the non-catalysis or something organocatalysis system. So actually one of my colleagues working on the graphene, use graphene as a catalyst to for any new reaction. So welcome that it's really interesting in this question that I can introduce him to you so you can have a more close discussion, okay?
Yeah, can you, Professor Gao, if you know that the professor's name, can you type it there and then he can do the research? The name of the professor.
Let me find the...
Okay, next.
I will type it. Give me probably 1 minute.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Professor Cheng, can you please tell us the benefits of doing cybersecurity in NSYSU? Like, why should a student choose NSYSU for cybersecurity?
Okay, I still don't quite understand your question.
So why, if the student want to do the
security 就是治安的资讯安全。
Yeah, some professors in our department do this kind of research, but I think the professor in the computer engineering, a lot of professors in the computer engineering do that kind of research. If you want to do this research, I think it's better for you to apply for the computer engineering.
Yeah, I mean, he's asking why. I mean, why the student, if they, I mean, any, competitive advantage that NSYSU have, that the student should apply for NSYSU in this field.
Why? Oh, well, my answer is, I think we still have strong faculty members doing this kind of research. They publish a lot of papers every year. So I think it's better for you to check the expertise of each professor.
So, yes. So I think one thing I can tell you is that, I mean, right now, like I say, right, all the, right now, I mean, because the internet, everybody can find the information, the updated, research very easily from everywhere, actually. But I can tell that NSYSU, the professor, do care about the student more than others. University. That's really one of the things that I can tell. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Next.
Thank you. The next question is NSYSU doing any automation related projects? If yes, then can you please tell us a few?
What is automation? What is that?
The person was not specific. They just said automation.
Okay.
Professor
answer?
Wong, can you answer?
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Chairman will take over it because that's his expertise.
Okay.
Actually, my expertise is belongs to automatic control. We do something about the research about the automation. We have my expertise is actually pure mathematical works, like automatic control, linear system control. In my research group, we have a professor doing the robotic research, something like that.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. If you want to do automatic, if you have to answer the question properly. Yeah. Yes. I mean, you have to ask the question properly that we can answer you properly. Yeah. This. Yes, they do have this research. Yes. Go ahead. You guys ask some good question, please. Okay. Next.
Yes. A student wants to do PhD in data mining in NSYSU. Can they do it? And if yes, are there any scholarships for such students?
Can you say that again?
PhD
Data mining.
in data mining.
Okay. Yes, they do have the data mining. I mean, what kind of question you guys are asking? It's just ask, you go to the restaurant, I mean McDonald's, and ask them, do you have hamburger? Of course they have the hamburger. But what kind of hamburger you want to have? They do have data mining. And what?
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I can answer that question. If you want to do the research about the data mining, then it's better for you to apply the computer engineering. Some professors do that very well.
Yes, computer science. Yeah,
computer engineering.
Yes. Yes. Okay, the answer is yes. They have the data mining. Okay. And what the question, further question that he asked?
Excuse me? Yes? Can I say that?
Yes.
Yeah, even talk about data mining. We have that kind of research focus on bioinformatics. You're now talking about a system, about an application. We still have that part. So like Lin just mentioned, the question is too general.
Yes. You want to do the data mining in medical, or you want to do the mining in the how does that, cryptocurrency, or you want to do the data mining in the cybersecurity? They are all different kind of data mining they have there. So you have to be specific what you want to study. Okay, if you want to study data mining in the pharmaceutical, in the medical field, go to KMU. If you want to do the cybersecurity or cryptocurrency, YSU. Okay, next.
Yes, there's a last question. The question is for KMU University. They want to know if they complete their masters in KMU, then should they stay in Taiwan and get a job? Will it be more relevant, or will it be more relevant coming back to India after the masters? They have not mentioned the masters. Sorry, like yes.
I have to say, to find a job in Taiwan, that's allowed. Okay. And currently, I have to say, probably 1/3 of master student, were looking for a PhD. That means to pursue their PhD degree, either in Taiwan or in the neighborhood, or I'm saying like in Hong Kong. One of our graduates go to Hong Kong for his PhD degree. And probably 1/3 are looking for a job here, and 1/3 go back to India. So I like to say it's up to you. If you want to looking for a job here, fine, it's allowed, and we can help you.
Okay. So let me answer the question. I mean, further elaborate the question. I mean, answer. So finding. I mean, it's no. For the job, they will have the 6 months of the finding job period after you graduate. If you want to find a job after the master, but actually, if you only if you don't speak Mandarin, you only have the master degree, actually you will have a little bit more hard time to find job. But if you are a graduate from the PhD, that you have relatively less difficulty to find job, because all the laboratory, if you are the PhD, actually they don't really require that much higher level of the Mandarin. Yes, so the answer is depend on you. Yes. Okay.
There's one more last question. Sorry.
Okay.
The question is,
Last.
yes.
Okay.
Is there any masters in nanotechnology at NSYSU?
Nano.
Chairman.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about the nanotechnology, the mechanical engineering in our school do have professors doing that kind of research. Mechanical and electrical engineering department.
Yeah, but nanotechnology, actually, even in the KMU, you have nano something, right?
Yes, we have it. Yeah, so why don't ask us that you should join us? Yeah, we have.
Today, actually, KMU is trying to take the student from the. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind. Nano in more toward the chemistry or biology. Actually, go to the KMU. Narrow toward the mechanical or engineering, actually go to NSYSU. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. We have 100 people there, and I don't, yeah, if you have any more questions, you do welcome to go to KMU's and NSYSU's website to take a look what professor and what specialty that you want to study. And you can write to the professor and ask them whether they, I mean, first, when you write to them, make sure that you, tell who you are, what you are interested in, and why you are interested in this professor. Don't just say hello and what and copy paste to all the professor, just change the name. Nobody will answer your email, by the way. Yeah. And okay. It's only 1 month left for the next fall session. So do take action. The only way that can set you apart from other people is that first take action according to what you want to do. Don't just sit in and think, okay? Nothing would happen. Yes. So thank you very much for joining our Sunday webinar. And then Professor Wang, do you want to say something?
Thank you very much, Lin. That we welcome all the students come to us. Yeah, so you can contact us that we can help you to answer you any concern or any inquiry, anything that you want to know.
Just make sure that you guys know that.
Right.
The guy said
Can you
Taiwan.
Dr. Reddy, Dr. Prem Kumar to give the vote of thanks.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I mean, please do the ending for us.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Thank you all. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my great pleasure to be in the part of this webinar. It's really a wonderful session. We used to attend almost all the webinars for the past 3 months. Along with my faculty and students. Thank you, Lin, for your continuous support. Because most of our students, they got awareness about the education in Taiwan, higher education in Taiwan. And it's my great pleasure to thank Lin for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And also, I would like to thank Professor Cheng and Professor Wang from Sun Yat-sen University. Actually, I am very glad to inform you that we have visited Sun Yat-sen University in the 2018, in the year 2018, along with our president and professor from IIT Mumbai, Dr. U. Chandrasekhar. And it's an excellent and very nice university, a beautiful university. We explore a lot, and we met Indian students also there. Thank you, both of you. And I would like to thank professors from Kaohsiung Medical University, Professor Chin Lin, and Mohana Reddy, Dr. Mohana Reddy. Thank you for your wonderful information. And at last, I would like to thank our director, our heads of the department, and participants from our institutions, and also the participants from other institutions. And also, I would like to thank the Educare Taiwan organizers, Sagarika, and other team members for giving us this opportunity. She continuously supported and gave a lot of suggestions to increase the number of participants and how to motivate our students. Thank you. And once again, I thank one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I really thank you that you really joined us so many times. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
not all the times.
Yeah.
Almost all the week.
Yes,
all the
yes,
week.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. So
Thank
I mean, in the future, we really try to see whether we can help you to sign the MOU with the Sun Yat-sen University or
Definitely.
University.
Actually, we got inspired with that university.
Yes.
It's a very big in Seashore and beautiful campus, really a large, beautiful campus.
Actually, the most beautiful thing is that the KMU and the NSYSU's professor, they had the very big heart. Really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
definitely.
any student, if you are interested and you want to have a, good study in the same time, enjoy your study time. Actually, this is a two school that you should definitely look into it. Yes. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Nama. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Next Sunday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, see you guys.
谢谢，教授，谢谢。OK，
拜拜。
Bye.
再见，拍谁。